back to the channel. We're back out at the JP shop for another RUBIBEAST video, guys. Yes, today we are installing upper and lower front and rear control arms. Definitely a beefy upgrade, and these are the JKS J Flex control arms that are fully adjustable. So if you're gonna go higher, you're gonna want one of these. You're gonna want the J Flex. Even though they do offer kits here that we have on the RUBIBEAST now, this is the J Link version. It just comes with the front lower control arms that are made to the right length for a 3.5-inch lift. But if you do decide to go higher at some point, this is something that you might want to consider. Or it's just a huge beefy upgrade, as you'll see when we're removing the stock control arms in comparison to these JKS control arms. They're definitely a lot beefier, and they all have Zerk fittings, as you can see, so you can grease them and maintain them. And we're out with Joey, who this could possibly be his last Beast Projects video, even though he offered to come back on the weekends to do some videos. He's moving on to another location, another shop, but talking to Keith, he's always welcome here. So we may see him here on the weekends. We may see him in some other Beast Projects videos, hopefully, right? He doesn't talk much on video, but and we're also, if we have time, we're gonna finally do a diff service on this, and maybe oil change, because I got my AMSOIL from beastsynthetics.com. If you guys don't know and you're new to the channel, beastsynthetics.com, that's me. I'm an AMSOIL dealer. When you purchase your AMSOIL from me, it helps support the channel so I can continue bringing you guys this awesome content. Put these new Dana Spicer Diff Covers on because they're definitely beefy, and I like the style of them. I like the look of them, and you know, the motor belts did good for the time being, but I'll explain. There's a reason why I'm swapping them out when we get to that. All right, guys, so we're getting ready to install the upper control arm, but we need to get the correct measurement first. And the factory, well, what JKS recommends is what?
20 and 3/16.
20 and 3/16. So we're gonna add a quarter to that, which comes out to 20 and 7/16.
Yep.
So it's from eye to eye, center of eye, right?
Yep.
So we're set. We're gonna give her a shot. In the lower control arms, we are gonna do the same thing, but we're gonna go 3/8 past.
Half.
Huh? Half. Oh, half, sorry. We're gonna go half because we've experienced this before at the shop. So not 3/8, we're gonna go half. JKS recommends 3/8. That's what I think that's what their J links are actually measured out to. Past factory, 3/8 past factory, but there you go. NEC's on the bolt, and it's going in. We're doing the lower control arm on the passenger side first, but we wanted to get some pre-measurements just to see what the J-Link arm measures at. What is it?
24 1/4.
24 1/4. So it'd be 24 3/4.
Yep.
And like the upper, he's gonna pull that all the way out. He's gonna anti-seize the threads. Triple check our measurements and install it.
Yep.
Probably would be a little bit easier, guys, if you're doing this at home, which And I'll just bring it to the JP shop, but if you're doing it at home, just to remove the front drive shaft. These things are definitely a lot beefier than the factory ones.
Yeah.
Where's the one? J-Link is definitely taking a beating, guys. Look at that. And just make sure you guys are getting the right control arm for the right side. And this fitting is actually going to be on the frame, and the Zerk fitting is going to be pointed in the upward direction. So this is what the passenger side looks like. And we are at 24 3/4 inches.
The JKS J-Flex adjustable control arms will give your lifted Jeep proper geometry while increasing driving comfort on the road. There's a noticeable difference with on and off-road performance. These control arms are constructed from heavy-duty 2-inch outside diameter DOM tubing with CNC bends for additional clearance. JKS uses premium OE-style rubber bushings for a comfortable, quiet ride and maintenance-free operation. At the frame side mount, the J-Flex arms incorporate a unique hex-shaped threaded bung for easy adjustment of the forged flex ends. This allows 30 degrees of misalignment, 50 degrees in either direction for an impressive articulation. The forged flexed ends are greasable to ensure a long-lasting bushing life with regular maintenance. Not to worry, they are rebuildable when the time comes. All JKS control arms come finished in a durable gloss black powder coat finish, and they are backed by JKS's limited lifetime warranty. Their control arms are sold in pairs, and you can get them right here and professionally installed at the JP shop.
All right, so everything's bolted up, guys, and aligned and snug. Right now, we're just torquing the upper control arms where it connects to the frame. Probably gonna pull the diff and inspect our gears after the gear swap, because I don't think we did a full inspection yet. We did check the fluid at one point and it was good, but we're gonna, you know, we probably put about 4,000 miles on it since then. So just check it. And we're getting the Jeep all ready for the summer, guys. I'm pretty excited. This thing is definitely gonna be, it's gonna be a big difference in the summer with all the mods that we've done this. And hopefully it keeps us moving and wheeling, because, well, the only other thing I want to do, I think, is do some upgrades here. I'm looking into that though. I'm thinking maybe Synergy. I heard JKS was coming out with some stuff, so a new drag link. Thinking about upgrading that. It's the only thing we haven't really done was mess with the steering that much, besides the sector shaft brace, which we're gonna pull that today because there is a bushing in there. And I think there's a little, we're gonna pull that because we're gonna look at it. So I think it's making a creaking noise. So we're gonna check that out today too as well. You guys will have to let me know how this GoPro's doing. It's Hero 9. If I sound a little stuffed up today, it's because I'm fighting a cold. Yeah, there. You need me to tighten it?
It's tight.
Now with the jam nuts all snugged and tight, we're gonna reinstall the heat shields on the upper control arms. We're moving on to the rear at the same time. Still can't believe you're leaving. So yeah, pretty much got it all torn down, getting it torn down. Had to remove the rear tires, and if we run into anything crazy with the rear, we'll let you know. But also fixed the Synergy sector shaft brace too. We ended up, I should have showed this, I should have videoed it, but there's a bushing in there, and that bushing, there's a hole in the bushing which where it should line up with the Zerk fitting. Well, it didn't line up with the Zerk fitting, so when we were greasing it, the grease was just splurging in between there and there, if any was getting in there at all. So now we used the press, we pulled that bushing out, relined it up. It's perfectly aligned with the Zerk fitting now, and the grease is going through. So hopefully no more issues as long as it's not too worn out. And just gonna grease it every time we go wheeling, because as you can see, it gets kind of dirty up in there, but that's fixed. Hopefully I'll keep you updated on that, because I definitely don't want to lose that. I pulled the diff covers, cleaned it up a little bit. Joey helped me. Where are you going, Keith? I want you to inspect the gears, since the gear swap. We haven't inspected them. make sure they're up to your approval.
Looks like somebody's been beating on them pretty hard. They look good.
Yeah. You see the front real quick?
Sure, I want to see your front rear.
You want to see my front rear? What's so funny, Joey? You're gonna miss this.
It's looking good.
Cool. And then we were discussing the rear control arms. We're gonna move them a 1/4 inch back, all 4 of them. Just
Stretching this thing.
stretching it. Or should we take it to the max and just go all the way back? The directions should tell you the max that you can go back to. What was it?
21.
And where are they at now?
19 3/4.
So yeah, 19 3/4 now, and the max you can go is 21.5. So we're gonna go a 1/4 more than 19 3/4. You guys do the math and the measurements and all that good stuff. Well, cool. Now I'm gonna install my new Dana Spicer Diff Covers that I got from East Coast Gear Supply, big supporter of the channel, and we're gonna use our AMSOIL gear oil, which is the best because it's got the easy pack and you're not gonna make a mess. AMSOIL. I want to put you in the light.
Oh, now in the spotlight.
Yeah, how cool is this? Like going underneath there now. I got a little light. If I want to make it, yeah.
It's pretty cool. How bright is it?
Well, if I take this off, it's really bright.
Right?
If I take that off, it's really bright. But that's a little protector.
I have one of those too.
Do you? You gonna start a channel?
I already have one.
Ah, what is it? Do tell us. Tell the subscribers. The subscribers want to know what Joey's channel is. What is it?
It's not family friendly.
Oh, it's not? H2O friendly?
No.
It's 18 and over.
Oh, so you get to monetize every video.
No.
This is honestly, guys, this is the most Joey's talked in a long time, and this is probably the last day I'll see him, unless he comes here on the weekends and we film some installs. All right, but it's lunchtime. Gonna put the diff covers back on. We're gonna fill the diffs back past Keith's inspection. Keith said it's all good to go. So, and then we're gonna get these rear control arms knocked out, and I'll let you know if there's anything crazy with them that you gotta be concerned about. I think that's cool, guys, with these diff covers. When it comes from East Coast Gear Supply, they actually included the silicone with the kit, which is with the diff covers, which is really cool. And the hardware. What's that?
English.
I know, I'm trying to talk, Tracy. But yeah, here's the hardware. It's all nicely packaged. And that's one of the reasons that I wanted to replace my Moto-Built diff covers, is because I didn't like the hardware. And yes, I know, guys, you can get new hardware or whatever. Everything about the Moto-Built diff covers is absolutely awesome, minus the hardware and the actual fill plug hole always constantly seeping a little bit. Even with putting sealant on it, it would seep a little bit. You have to put a ton in there, but the hardware is crap. And I know I could have replaced it, but that's what I do. Hey, shut up, Joey. We test things out. So I'm testing out these Dana Spicer covers. So we're gonna test these out and see how they do. Whew, guys. Yes, front and rear diffs covers are on. Back when I ran into a little bit of problem. This bolt right here, I guess from stripping out before and tapping it, the threads came out when we undid the Moto-Built bolt, the hardware from the Moto-Built. It's not, you know, that's one of the big things. I was like, I'm not happy with the hardware from their kit. Yes, I know I could have swapped it. I said that before. But another thing is too, the Moto-Built fill plug hole it took a massive, I forget what size, Allen key to undo. This is the same one that you use to drain it, which is a 3/8 drive. So definitely more easier serviceable on the trails if you had to. You watch it. All right, but yeah, so Loctite on this, threw this bolt through because it was long enough. It was longer than the bolt that came with this kit. So we still had some decent threads back here. And we got Jesse over there making all kinds of racket, doing his final bead lock. And he got some kit. It's a ball joint delete kit that he's going to be installing. We'll check that out a little bit later. But yeah, we're finishing up here. Gonna put the bump stops back in, torque those bolts up there, the front where it connects to the frame, drop the Jeep back down. We're gonna torque all the rest of the the bolts when it's back on the ground. Then we're gonna grease everything, including the sector shaft brace. And I also am changing my oil today, so I already drained the oil. And yeah, getting done. And then it's gotta go to alignment when we're done that. Because, well, guys, that's the right thing to do. You wanna make sure everything's within spec. I gotta say, guys, too, this is a pretty big upgrade. Look how thick these control arms are. And you got your Zerk fittings so you can service them. They actually cut in here a little bit for your larger tires, which is really nice. And then same thing with the fronts. Very nice kit from JKS. So if you have a JKS, Jesse over there making noise. If you have a JKS lift, just like a lower end lift, you can always upgrade these in the future. And the JP shop here is a JKS dealer and installer. What? All right, guys, so everything's done. The Jeep has been down on the ground. We tightened everything down there, torqued it, and then checked the torque again with the Jeep up. And we are coming to the end.
Greasing.
I'm just gonna grease. I got the oil changed. We're all set. We are all set for the trails this summer. Hopefully that one bolt doesn't jack me up and I don't have to come back and I don't have to helicoil the axle housing, but I think we'll be all right. All right, guys, we just road tested the RUBIBEAST and now we're putting these ball joint delete kit. Where'd you get it from? American Iron Off-Road Ball Joint Delete System. This is something new I've never seen. And looks like they got the passenger side in already. You just pull out the old ball joints, get rid of the crap, and then you put these bad boys in. Just press it in like you would any other, I guess, ball joint. But yeah, once these things are in, they're good. You just rebuild them, Jesse? Is that what you do?
Yeah, there's just rebuilds. There's C-clips, and you can just pull them out and replace the bearings. You don't have to press everything out anymore.
That's pretty cool. We'll see how these things hold up when we beat them on the trails this summer.
Oh yeah.
So you can't say I don't work, guys. I'm actually working on Jesse's Jeep, trying to get him done so he can have his Jeep this weekend.
I appreciate it.
He wants to finish this today so he doesn't have to come back tomorrow with Tracy when Tracy's working on his BMW outside. He's doing his own car. Yeah, he's doing a manual swap. Yes, he is. But yeah, check these things out, man. It's pretty neat. Although we're going backwards because we have to. Jesse forgot something.
I forgot the bracket.
I'm really curious to see how these things hold up. All right, guys. Well, we completed a ball joint delete in a matter of what, two and a half hours, Jesse?
Yeah.
The boys left us. Let the old heads out here to finish the job. But we're all done, and Jesse's got his spare. Black Rhino sent out his replacement. That one's kind of loose, huh?
Yeah.
Jesse, I'm out of here. I got to meet the wife.
Thank you so much.
No problem, bud. See? Now you can't say I don't wrench. I just don't wrench on my own vehicles. I wrench on everyone else's. I wrenched on mine today. I just didn't video it. What? Because it's, you know, it just gets to a point where you're like, I just want to get it done. So everybody come out here and visit Keith. He likes talking to customers and
Don't talk to customers, just not the camera.
not the camera. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it informative as always. Sorry for like the lack of content lately, but I got a lot of stuff to update you on. It's coming soon. Got some stuff going on with the Ram 2500 Beast 3.0. And I also just want to give you a heads up, the guys that are here for the Jeep content. Big improvement on and off-road with these control arms from JKS are definitely worth it. I would highly recommend you do it when you're doing your lift. Just go ahead and upgrade with your lift. Go ahead and do the control arms. You're gonna notice a huge ride improvement on and off-road, believe you me. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you're stopping by for the first time, make sure you smash, tap, do something to that subscribe button, and stay tuned for some future updates. But the content is a little crazy right now, I know. Bear with me, we're working on things. We love you guys. We'll see you on the next upload.